we're seeing a legend of SA going up against a potential challenger here. We're going into the first game.
Yep. All right. See how this goes. I see one of my favorite characters definitely on the screen. I love some Caspian play, for sure. So see how Fiend, drops his Caspian on to C, who has not really been able to get much going for him. Finally gets a hit here, but oh yeah, that's why. Like I like when Caspian starts throwing some figs, bro. It's very cool looking figs. Also very functional figs as well. So.
Yeah, the gauntlets end sig, especially the end lag on that one. I mean, it's very, very crazy. And yet again, I just want to mention, I mean, we're seeing a lot of Qatar gameplay. We already knew that, SA, they really like representing the Qatars, especially in 2v2 out of all game modes from what I've seen in most recent tournament play from them. But Qatars, kind of the name of the game so far in the 1v1 bracket.
Yeah, I'm assuming that like right now, like they have to be in a good spot. I don't know, photos somewhere popping off, seeing all these Tatars on the screen, but it's good to see like the meta change. I actually saw a tweet recently from Sparky talking about some of these heavy weapons still need to be gutted, and I don't know if he was just salt posting or if he ever meant that.
He's right. He's right. He's right. He's right. I mean, Qatars are good, but they're like they're nowhere near, which is why I'm shouting out. Whenever we have games with no axe, I mean, these guys, they're meta entrepreneurs. TK.
All right. Well. You know what, man? I think as of right now, like with 2 Qatars on the screen, I can't be too mad. There's actually no heavy weapons on the screen. If you think about it, because the other weapons are a sword and a gauntlet. Could not qualify either of those as heavy. But as of right now, even though Fiend looked like he was having a pretty good start as far as like controlling the pace of the match, he did lose his stock first. He is starting to get that pace of the match or the control back on his side. Wow. That was a lot of damage. Oh, yo. Okay.
Tries to go for the commitment as well. I want to shout out that all-stage gauntlet combo he got. He got 2 different beats in the same combo. I believe it was dodge down and in, and then afterwards also a jump. He got both of them right consecutively. That's very impressive. And still, I mean, C on this sword, he runs a serious chance at closing in this lead. Maybe because of that small mishap he had off stage there.
My man is still trying. Okay, trying to get that scoop yet again. Get off me.
Signature comes out, try to apply some pressure on the edge so that C would be afraid to go up, but C was not afraid whatsoever. He went up first opportunity he saw. Fiend, seeing that spot dodge on the ground, going for a recovery, didn't have enough time to go for a sidelight, or didn't see it in time, so gonna have to adapt quickly. Very good option still. C able to pick up, but GC DLI like towards the stage to catch the fact that Fiend was going inward. That was very nice.
Yeah, good stuff. So yeah, Fiend now on his last stock. And it's gonna go ahead and even it up immediately. One misstep from C, going a little too hard. Try to get that extra damage to that down air, but ended up putting himself in position just to get down light recovering, and now getting weapon starved. Fighting unarmed now.
Stick into the gauntlets here. These gauntlets, Fiend, we've seen you do some great things with them before. He picks up the Seer, throws some off stage. Endlight is gonna do it again. GC and Sig, there's the Sig. Oh, he gets the Nair, but the GC sidelight. What a nice option from C. Completely taking Fiend off guard.
Okay. Here we go. Now, yeah, Fiend right now just trying to find the first part of his offense, maybe a little read action going to. Oh, okay. Big guess on the side stick. Tries it again. Actually,
another one
before it comes out.
All right, Fiend sticking close to the ground here, looking for any option to get a knockout. I mean, I'm thinking immediately. I know I'm not a Caspian main, but I can only imagine you got gauntlets. You got gauntlets and Qatars. You might have a hard time getting a knockout. That weapon throw must have been a misinput.
Yeah, and I'm thinking straight up, like, okay, I was gonna say he's been using his size 6 so much that he is kind of like conditioning C to jump.
Wow.
Like I was thinking like a dash neutral sig would have just done it. Like if he wanted to really like bet the whole game, just a dash neutral sig on either of his weapons probably would have caught him jumping out the corner because he's been using size 6 so often. But doesn't matter. He was able to close it out anyway with the side sig into the GC side sig to catch him as he was coming back in.
Now, I do want to quickly mention, we saw massive damage numbers, 647 damage coming out from Fiend. And now you might immediately want to think, oh, big number, big damage, very, very good. No, it is not good. You want to get these knockouts faster, bro. And that's something that we mentioned on the Caspian. You might have some difficulties with that. It's definitely something that if Fiend can improve on that, it could make C's chances here definitely go down even further. I also want to mention that the European side of things are now finished. Godly is going to be the champion for the Trial of Skuld in Europe.
Oh, okay. There we go. Boy, Godly doing it up, man. That's always, you know, one of my favorite players to see popping off. So, I mean, it's kind of, I feel like if Godly's in the tournament and it's just an EU-focused tournament, like any betting man is like 99% going to bet on Godly anyway. So, but hey, that's my GOAT. Keep winning. Unfortunately, though, my GOAT over here, Fiend, not doing so hot in this first part of this second game. And I'm getting double recovery to send off the top. Got some decent damage here on C, but still got to put on, I'm going to say he has to put on, actually, he's got it now. I think he's got those 2 or 3 hits. If he can get a Sig, I think he can take it from anywhere.
I think it's kind of poetic that you mentioned that any tournament Godly is in, he's going to win. We're watching the only region with players capable of beating that player. We're seeing it right here. See, great Qatar string. But yeah, I mean, one of the most promising, well, the most promising, and to be quite frank, the best region right now in Brawlhalla. I don't think there's really anyone that would argue otherwise. And we're starting to see why, man. These brackets are incredibly competitive.
All right. Yeah, this is, I mean, even with Fiend being way far down, I do think that, you know, it's still possible to get back in here, but it does seem like C's really got a grasp on this match. Wait, oh, that could have been a crazy turnaround, but...
Oh! C trying to go for the reverse and Sig. Not going to be connecting onto Fiend, though. Able to catch the landing off in there. We're just seeing a lot of Qatar back and forth right now. Both of these players playing quite safely. I want to say Fiend, maybe you don't want to be playing so safely right now, because if you keep taking these even trades, I mean, you're about to lose one stock much faster than C here.
Mm-hmm. All right. Boom. Trying to get back on the stage. Nice. Okay, the neutral layer pushes to the other side. However, okay, he's continuously finding that. Those side Sigs catching C off guard. C definitely has the damage. I feel like 2 more hits and he's really going to be fully threatening the stock, but gotta, oh, all right. Maybe doesn't even need 2 more hits right there. Just walks in with the, all right, brother. Like,
okay.
You got him once, okay?
We're getting a little bit funky with it. GCD light recovery is going to seal the deal, though. Second haymaker. Not really something you want to be going for, but he's going to be able to get out of, go on ahead and get the win without much large of a problem either way.
All right, looks like we're going to be taking it to Apocalypse here. Fiend definitely did well, I'd say, on trying to make that comeback. But C really kind of dominated from the very beginning and just really never left, you know, let off after that. He was like, okay, Bird, word, I have the W. Let me just continue with the W. So.
Yeah, I feel like Fiend, with the Caspian side signatures, he's definitely starting to see some form of vision. Now, TK, have you ever played Mirror's Edge?
Yes, actually. I just played both of them. Game flat.
Right, so in that game, it's a parkour game, and you will have, like, on top of a rooftop, it will be highlighted, the path that you're supposed to take. I feel like sometimes when you play the game, you have that, but for signatures. You just know where to throw out the signature, and it's just gonna work, like 90% of the time. Sometimes you get into that flow state. Fiend is looking like he's kind of in that flow state with those Caspian signatures, but maybe not as much as C, because he's also starting to connect them now. The N-Sigs on the Qatars, not as much. Very powerful signature that he's unfortunately not been able to connect that many times. You see the whiffed one more time as well.
Yeah. All right, man. So I think continuously getting into the lead and then stacking on that lead has really shown that, see, you know, he's a competitor out here. I know people are always looking at Fiend, and Fiend is a very known name here out in the South American region. But right now, see, I mean, really putting up a good fight, letting them know, like, what's really, you know, I may not be as known as you, but I'm still going to let you know that, like, you could still lose this set. I'm a fan of it.
Yeah, I mean, to be fair, C does have a winning record against Fiend, both in terms of sets and in terms of games. We're looking 14-13 in games and 4-3 in sets. So C has a winning track record against Fiend, and potentially about to push that even further as he gets a full stock lead now against Fiend. I'm almost at this point. Fiend, you're gonna need to hit. You're gonna need to hit some large read for this to be savable. Able to get that Sair out, trying to get back up now. See, the pressure on the edge guard is crazy. C was just waiting. He knew that Fiend has to come up first. He doesn't need to rush things. and it's definitely getting into Fiend's mind at this point.
Jeez,
Another
like,
end
yeah, I mean,
lights.
look at the reads that he's getting. It's consistently the same read of catching that dodges. He looks like he's gonna keep that pressure, and Fiend is just continuously giving that dodge up too, bro. I hope he is noticing how often he has been dodging it back in after getting hit by that neutral light.
Yeah. Side signature will be connecting though. I smell a ground pound. It's gonna be the D-Sig instead. And C is gonna be able to slip right past it. What a side signature. Using it with the slide off as well. C, why do you become so funny whenever your opponent is last stock?
Ooh. Ooh. All right, this could be still a crazy comeback. I mean, it would be kind of hard to see because of the way that I feel like Fiend has been playing a little. I think I won't say a little reckless, but it does seem like he's a little scared right now. I mean, like, the amount of dodges we're getting out for him that are like super obvious as well. But you know, everything is always possible. It's not over until the stock is off the screen. So, and he is definitely putting some damage on. But how much more can he live these recoveries? Now we got a armed recovery on the way if we end up getting one from the sword. Oh, doesn't even need it?
Like,
doesn't even need it.
Triple exclamation mark. Yeah, you mentioned that Fiend might be playing a little bit scared. This is going to sound very depressing, but I feel like it almost feels as if Fiend is not playing to win. He's playing to lose as little as possible. You know, there is that difference between I'm gonna try and get in my opponent's face. I'm gonna dish out these combos versus I'm just gonna try to not get 2-stocked or 3-stocked. And I also want to mention, if now is not the time for Fiend to legend swap, then there is never a time for Fiend to legend swap. Like, Fiend has a lot of different legends in his back. I'm of course mainly thinking about the different spear legends, Hattori and Queen Eye. But as we're moving into our fourth match point game here, I'm seeing Fiend still locked in on the Caspian. He has full faith in this pick.
All right, you know what, man? I don't see a reason why not to. I don't think it's really the character pick that's like failing him. I think he just is playing scared, like, and that is going to be you know, a real, like, that's going to be a real detriment, especially when you're playing against the Katars. Like, you do have to get out of these combos, but if you're like dodging and you're being so obvious about it, you were just putting it, like, that's exactly what the Katar player wants. Like, all right, here we go. Here's, I hit you once. Here's an obvious dart. Now I get like 6 hits because you are playing terrible defense.
Okay, and I mean, yeah, Legend Swap could definitely help with the confidence problem, but Fiend, being a master of Brawlhalla, might be able to do it without even needing to do the Legend Swap. Indeed, so far, we saw in the very beginning, he was able to throw out a fairly nice combo onto C, getting him all the way down to orange, but C has been able to return the favor here fairly quickly, throwing him off stage as well, trying to go for a commitment with that dare. Fiend finds himself with the advantage, but not going to be pushing that edge guard, giving him the stage back.
This is some neutral starting to be played right now, but I honestly do think that like he might have to slow it down a little bit because he can't just run in and do whatever as we normally see. Like, you know, there's a lot of aggression here on this side, but it doesn't seem like they're being able to play as aggressive as they want. Gets the side sig though, throws him off the side of the stage with it, and now got our first lead for Fiend in a couple of games. But can he keep that lead? That's the real issue.
And I mean, one of the major selling points here is C, because he has had this advantage over Fiend, C can at any point just rush forward and mash against Fiend and get hits in that way. The difference is that now Fiend is also doing a better job at stopping him from doing just that. He's starting to punish these options a little bit more, and instead of panicking whenever he's pressured, he's returning it with pressure of his own.
Okay, Fiend, legitimately, I mean, he has woken up here because he has not been hit on this stock. And he's adding up quite a bit of damage. Still, that was just the GC punish right there. He definitely had the right idea, though. Just didn't swing it the right way.
D-Sig almost going to be enough to take the stock off, but Fiend, recovery going all the way down. What a nice mix-up.
Yeah, I definitely thought he was going to try to drop down there with just a neutral air, but went way past him. And then got that recovery. Go ahead and send Fiend out of there, but still Fiend. Again, he has added up quite a bit of damage here on C. So now C. Oh, tries to get that step back. I like the offense that we're seeing from him.
Yeah, neutral signature was a Neutral signature was a great idea, but C was able to space around it.
Yeah. I said the defense that like we're seeing from Fiend is a lot better too, but like some of his defense is just swinging out of disadvantage, which I really, which he has not really been. He wasn't really doing the games before, but now he's getting hit by some things, and he's like, I'm willing to just swing out of disadvantage because I know you're waiting for my dodge. I'm not gonna do that this time.
Okay, but we are seeing some adaptations from C. I mean, C is kind of going ham right now, going for some more, for some more tricky options, starting to aggress a little bit more. I mean, this is definitely a completely different dynamic compared to the first stock, where we had a very, very slow and patient game. Now, C actually doing a pretty good job at mixing it up in terms of his pacing as well.
Oh, all right. Let's try to catch him on the way out. Couldn't get the toes. Nice, sending him up sky high right here.
He needs to get this knockout right now. He needs to get the knockout, get the weapon advantage. That's the only opportunity here to be able to close this out. It's either that or game 5. C tries to go for the offstage commitment, but Fiend is going to slip right past him. Still able to get that knockout, and it's very satisfying. If you mess up an offstage play like that, he still was able to get the knockout without taking any additional damage.
I think it's definitely very possible for. Oh, that was such a big read. That would have been a game for sure. You have to try to make those big plays though when you are down in damage. I like the fact that he's willing to go for that. He does have like maybe 1 or 2 more chances. Whoa, big! I don't know what he was going for up there. Like no one was hoping for that one.
Winning neutral against Casper and C at the same time right now. We're going to game 5, TK.
Yes, we are. That was a very good display of like, I guess, awareness from both sides there on that like little edge guard situation. Because yeah, going for that neutral sig on the way back. If he was panicking, trying to get back to the stage, he was gone. Luckily, he was not panicking, and then he was able to get back on stage and make it happen.
Yeah, for sure. Fiend was playing. He's playing very, very differently now compared to the first couple of games, and I'm very, very happy to have been shut up whenever I told him to go for that legend swap. I'm very satisfied. It's very satisfying to see this Caspian pick working out, but C has been playing phenomenally in this set as well. So I would definitely not count him out. I think this game 5 is anyone's game.
Let's see. As
aggression.
This is literally anyone's game. We can try to make this a thing. For sure, as we get into what is game 5, right? That's where we're at.
Oh! Tried to go for the D-Light GC and a sig off the side because he got the dodge. Fiend going for a jump immediately. I feel like most players would just give up at that point, right? You get hit by the sword D-Light, you know a true combo comes, but Fiend opting to go for the jump. Just in that very small case that C might go for the mix-up.
We are bro. Okay. You know what? Right, I like the fact that he's willing to go all the way down there for it, though.
I mean, yeah. I'm not sure how I feel about it. I mean, he has kind of bad options off of that. The best things he could have done, I think, is just weapon throw downward. Fiend might have honestly. No, he had all his options, right? Two jumps, a dodge, a recovery, so it'd still be fine. But that was definitely scary.
Like he might have, he might have just straight got tapped in. So, and even so, you have even if you have all your options there, like you have to use them all literally just to touch the wall. So it should have been an easy edge guard for C. I get what you're saying. Man was not
full commitment on the slide off neutral signature from Fiend. All right, yet again, the pacing of this game has been very back and forth. I mentioned in the very first moments of the game, we had fairly high levels of aggression. I mean, we had both players really trying to break the neutral bubble and going for some approaches. Now again, you see C, he gets the neutral advantage for just a moment. Fiend immediately, whenever he gets it back, he starts pushing the advantage state as well. Just a moment ago, we were in some intense neutral, as you would call it, and now we're kind of pressing buttons again.
So yeah, I mean, we're definitely, as you said, we're pressing some buttons, trying to figure out who is going to get this advantage. At least the stock advantage is damage here on both. Oh, stock advantage going over to C. Good stuff to see right there. But now, if he can keep this advantage, that would be super nice. I haven't really seen too much of a wide variance of like game. They usually are kind of on the same stock for a lot of it. Fortunately, though, this could be the time that we can actually get some pull away here for C. Oh, never mind. Immediately taken out there. Only doing like yellow damage. Still respectable damage, but it's not enough to say he's got a fat lead.
Both players now on their tournament stocks for this top 8 position right now. Fiend able to pick up that dodge. He gets their delayed recovery as well, just in case C might go for that jump or something. Z gets the dare off stage though. That's massive. Still not able to deny the wall touch. Instead, opting to go back onto the stage as we go back into neutral here. Fiend has a small advantage, but C is definitely picking up some more hits here.
Okay. Got to get back down up to the stage. Oh my God, he jumped into it.
What was that? He's still going to connect the lingering hitbox. He went right into it, and Fiend with the D-Light dash jump there. It's almost enough to get the stock off. He goes over to the Qatar's End Light, not going to be enough. Goes over to the Gauntlets again. GC D-Light. C is no longer there. He's taking stage back.
Oh, okay. C managed to sneak behind him. I'm a little afraid of how C is going to play this last time, but it doesn't matter. The GC D-Light recovery, because he was kind of playing that range where he was kind of wanting to bait out that side sig, and because, you know, obviously Fiend has been throwing them out, but he did not get the W. Got a hit there and immediately getting D-Light recovery. Yo, good stuff to Fiend, bringing that one back. You know, you definitely were talking about